Hi guys, Katja here and welcome to my YouTube channel. Today I will show you a lot of how to use chipboard and MDF, and I have a lot of goodies on my table, and I have things on my table, and like usual I don't know where to start. But I have picked out some chipboards and I have an idea. I haven't really decided which one I will use, so I go with the process. I have a MDF door from Snipart, and there is also a gorgeous stencil, like a game stencil with some lovely patterns, and I want to add the pattern to this MDF board. The MDF board will be my base on this project. So how about it? I want to make an album from this MDF. Yeah, that's I'm thinking it's something fun to do because it's a great MDF and it will be sturdy. And you see me now adding in the stencil some modeling paste, and I don't want to be exact, little bit here and there because I want to get some texture on that one. So little bit I was thinking, and it get a little bit messy, but I don't mind because I will add more texture. So through my stencil I'm adding some texture here and there, and it's really easy, and these MDF things that you find in Snipart, they are perfect for mixed media, so you need to check them out. And now you can see that I got some modeling paste in the gaps, so I pick them. And when I have the frame, I notice that I want to have a little bit more texture, so I'm simply adding it. I haven't prepared the MDF boards on any way. No, I have added it without doing some gesso, adding some paint on it. I also use the modeling paste to glue the frame. Yeah, the modeling paste, you can use it to make your own blenders. You can also adding it for texture, but here I will add a frame on the door and use it like a glue. And you see me take off some extra scrapes that is outside. And now I have some mad scientists, some words, and I will use the words like extra interest and like texture for the background. I think they are really nice to use. So you can have this kind of chipboards and use them on other projects. It doesn't need to be about scientists or something like that. It's like a fun way to mix different things to make backgrounds or interest and something like that. I also have some keys and screws in MDF, and you see me here trying out them where I want to add them. And the MDF things are just so gorgeous because they're a little bit more thick. And yes, so gorgeous to use this kind of things, chipboard and MDF, to create texture and interest. Now you see me using some glue to add the keys and also the words, because I'm adding the words randomly where I don't have the modeling paste. Otherwise you can use them in the modeling paste, but to be sure I have some glue on the back side and I will add them. So be sure to leave a comment. I'm very happy and I read all the comments, but sometimes, many times I don't have to give you feedback. But if you have questions, please give me questions and I will answer them. Yes, of course. I try to do that, but I'm so glad when you have time to leave comments and give me the thumbs up. So happy to know what you like about my projects and like that. That's given me so much credit and give me more. I get more happy and joy to do more videos so I can share. I think it's a really great thing that you can share and support crafters. You see me, I'm adding a little bit more screws in chipboard and also some stars. And you will find in the end that the stars doesn't show so much, but that's how it is. Because when I craft, I haven't really decided how the outcome will be. And sometimes I change my mind during the process. I have like idea, but I haven't decided. And that's I take every step and look at it, and I got the idea and I do it. So I don't do so much planning. Now I had my chipboards. Now I want to add more texture. So I have some texture paste, graphite from Finnabair, and I'm adding it here and there. And you see me on some empty places, especially on the edges and corners. It's more great idea to add texture because it's like framing and like that. If I'm adding too much in the middle, I think they will catch too much interest. Now I have some impasto paint and I just love the matte and chalky effect that impasto paint gives, and I paint this paint all over my albums. And you see it's very green, so and it's dry. Now I have some metallic paint in emerald. I'm adding it a little bit here and there, not everywhere. On some places, and carefully, I'm very light-handed when I'm doing this. And now I have the matte paint of impasto and the other paint. I have now some art philosophy watercolor paint in the brown. I have noticed that it's not so much pigment in it, and I think it can work on this project, but I'm painting all over my album with this brown watercolor all over, and it doesn't go, it's not so pigmented. It's like you have a watercolor and you have added water in it. But I paint them. I'm a little bit excited because this was the first time I'm trying this. And I'm excited to see if it gets the result that I want to have. So don't be afraid to make your own experience by trying out different paints and doing some layering. Now I'm trying to spray off some of the watercolor, and it's not so difficult to spray it off. It's only a little bit of the brown that will leave, and that was a little bit surprise for me. But anyway, I'm getting happy with it, and I don't mind if it's a lot of brown on it. So I will add some different layer of waxes, and I have a very soft and cheap makeup brush, and very light-handed again, and adding wax here and there to add a little bit more color. It's very green, brown, grungy, and I want to add a little bit contrast to make interest. I was start with the peacock, and now I'm on the copper. The peacock, it didn't feel so right, so I'm having the copper, and I wasn't thinking about that when I started. But if it's doesn't give you the result that you had for the first time, don't worry. Try to take it from that step and do what you can do, and I think that's the joy when you're crafting. You don't know the result. It comes by itself. Now I'm trying with the peacock again. Not everywhere, only on some places. I don't have it so much, so I'm trying out with some gold wax instead, and see if I need to add it, because it's feel almost like the same. I'm a little bit unhappy because I don't receive the result in this step that I'm looking for. So, but I don't worry. But I'm a little bit like that. What should I do? And I'm giving it a thought. And okay, you see me, I'm getting the silver one. I'm thinking, can this help to lighten it up a little bit? So perhaps I'm giving it now, I'm thinking. So don't worry if it doesn't get the result that you're looking for. Take a new thing and take it from there. And you see me here also a little bit unhappy, so I'm adding a little bit black on the edges, black heavy gesso, and because I think it's doesn't give the effect that I want, more contrast, it almost looks like the same. So I'm adding like brushing here and there, not so much in the middle, on the edges and on some sentiments. So that's what I did. I didn't feel I get the result that I wanted, so try to do something else. And now I have the I have a gold metallic acrylic paint, so I'm trying to adding it to give like a shiny effect, to see if I get a little bit more contrast than before. Okay, I have like a sentiment, a plate, and I'm adding it, and here you see I have picked out some doll, and it's black and the sentiment. So I have changed my mind to adding this butterfly and this I don't know where the resin comes from. I have keep it for some place. Perhaps it's Melissa Frances. I think you can find Tim Holtz or something like that have also like these more dolls. And you see it's really black now. So I have the Firebird wax I'm adding like more interest. And now something happened for me when I add the Firebird. I'm getting the effect I'm looking for, and I'm starting to get more happy with my results. So the orange wax did it this time. And that's the process. I'm just loving the process and to not know what the next step is. Here I have some card bases. I have measured them so they will match the album. So I simply take 2 card bases and glue them together, 2 and 2. And this is in craft, and you see me using a brayer to get them. So my glue helps me to get them flat, so I'm trying to glue them all together. I have 5 card bases and I will glue them together, and I'm getting my album sides. Now I have a little bit burlap, and it will be like the binding on the end. See, I think it will be perfect, and perhaps when I start to do the inside of the album, perhaps I have some burlap inside also. I got the idea. There are windows, some openings. I'm adding some pictures from Finnabair Art Daily collections, some pictures, and add them through the window. And I haven't decided that before, but I got the idea I must have something in the window. So that was only coming to me while I was working. And now you see me adding some glue, and I need to have it all over so it will stick. And you see me, I forgot, I want to have like a black ribbon, so I'm adding it in the last minute here, because I want to use a ribbon to close my album. Really, really fun, and I'm happy I'm able to share all this with you. Please, please, please give the thumb up and let me know what you think, and be sure to check out the chipboards from Snipart. They are just gorgeous, and try to use your imagination to create anything you like, and the most important is to have fun. I'm really having a good time, having fun and exploring materials, and trying to find out how to create things I like to do. And like this kind of small album, it can be a really nice gift to a friend who loves grungy and things. I'm so happy that you're here. Hope you have watched the whole video. So be sure to leave a comment if you like. Please share it with your friends, and hope to see you soon again. I will be back again with more videos, be sure of that. So here comes my mini album, and hope you like it. Lots of love to you, and welcome back. Bye bye.